Welcome back to Film Buff Bros, and in this episode, we're going to talk about our favorite Irish movies.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, mine, I'd never heard of it before. I Googled Irish movies, and it's called Angela's Ashes, based on a book. It's an autobiographical book and movie. It was released the year after the book was published. Compelling story with very high stakes throughout, and comedy peppered throughout it too. John Williams did the scoring. I didn't write down the director here. Score is dramatic, sentimental, and sparse. And it also has a bit of upbeat period jazz music from that era. Highly believable performances from all actors, even the kid actors, I thought. The cinematography is smooth, steady, very polished. Typical late 90s, like no shoulder mounted camera, lots of nice smooth pans. I love the theme of balancing dignity with desperation. Very cool. And the problems of impoverished families and all of the challenges of religious faith within a destitute family. Super, super good. Angela's Ashes. Highly recommend it.
What, in short, is the plot or of that movie, or the time period?
Poor family, dad abandons them, alcoholic dad, like bringing the family down by not working. Kid has to go to work, mom has to work, and it's a coming of age story set in 1920s and 30s. I don't know if it's North or Ireland. It's the Catholic Ireland territory.
Okay. Yeah, no, I had no idea what it's about, but that cover always kind of caught me with the black and white with the kid on the cover.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd like to try that one for sure. I'm going with one that I didn't think I was going to go with. I was going to go with Barry Lyndon, but I ended up going with In the Name of the Father, which I'd never seen before. Daniel Day-Lewis, 1993. Gabriel Byrne, if you know Gabriel Byrne, you know him. Trying to think of a movie but
Usual Suspects.
Yeah, that's right. He produced the movie. He was going to play the main character, but he thought Day-Lewis would do a better job. And it takes place during the 70s, based on a true story about these guys that were falsely imprisoned. This guy and his dad. That's why it's In the Name of the Father. So it's kind of a prison movie. But it's also a father-son relationship movie. It does talk about the IRA and the scenes of the IRA in the beginning. It pulls you right in. You feel like you're in the city with the tanks coming through. Great soundtrack. It's not a score, it's a soundtrack. So it's got like kind of Goodfellas-esque, 60s, 70s rock songs in it. Day-Lewis holds the movie. Pete Postlethwaite plays the dad, who also does a fantastic job. He was in Alien 3. I don't know if you remember that. But yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. What else to say about this one? Yeah, it's about the corruption of authority because they have this anti-terrorism squad and all this stuff. So it's still relevant. It's always been relevant. But the highlight for me was just like the complicated father-son relationship. Like he feels his dad is kind of a beta, or he has a lot of resentment for his dad that comes out while they're in prison together. So yeah, it just Day-Lewis never lets me down. I tried My Left Foot. I tried The Boxer. Couldn't get into them. This one pulled me in right away. So yeah, In the Name of the Father, highly recommend it.
Yeah, I tried watching those two in the past, and I couldn't get into them either. I don't think I finished either of them. And then I also tried watching Belfast, Kevin Branagh's somewhat recent movie, 2019 or something maybe. And yeah, I don't know, just like couldn't get into it. It's just like, man, I don't know. It's like with all the social media and stuff, like kids don't get enough like face-to-face interaction. So a lot of the acting is very stilted in Belfast. And they do things like where they're filming one person and another person's talking, and just like overly an obvious intention to like be artsy. And
yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I really want to watch that movie and enjoy it because I like a lot of Kenneth Branagh's work. I think Kate Winslet's in it, or Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
Who I usually like.
I just didn't see a lot of like Irish films, and like there's Irish actors, and it was just few and far between. I don't think there's I don't know what Irish people consider the best Irish film, but I was like, there's not a lot here.
Yeah, if you should watch Father Ted sometime. It's about 3 outcast Catholic priests living on this island on the outskirts of Ireland, and it's really funny. And yeah, I think you'd actually like it. Anyway, that's our episode of Film Buff Bros this week. Tune in next week for another episode of Who Knows What, and click below, click subscribe and the notification bell so you can be notified of our videos, which drop every week on Sunday as of now. And Stay
Eat your Lucky
Irish,
Charms.
drink responsibly.